Hello everyone. The next chapter, Audit of Limited Companies and Others. Before going to the appointment of auditor, let us see the meaning of company auditor. As per the Companies Act 1956, now the Companies Act has been changed to the 2013. It requires the compulsory audit of every joint stock company, and therefore an auditor is to be appointed to do the job and submit his reports to the shareholders of the company or secretary of the company, because every company should appoint the auditor at the time of the completion of the financial year for to verifying the all the company reports, and auditor going to be prepare one report regarding about the financial activities in a particular year and submit his reports. After finalizing the all the financial activities, he is going to be ready with one report and submit their reports to the shareholders of the company. As per the report only, the company's shareholders are ready to invest or not, the shareholders going to be decide. That is called company auditor. The next one, audit report. Audit report usually prepared by the auditor of the company. The main objective of audit is to report to the owners on the true and fair financial position of the business. As we know, all the audit report prepared for the purpose of to the financial activities concerned, because owners are too eagerly waiting whether the company is going to be in good position or not, so that auditor going to be prepare the all the financial transaction report in the particular year at the end of the financial year. So audit report is the medium through which an auditor expresses his opinion on the financial affairs of the business. See, now audit report going to be act like a medium in between the auditor and financial activities. See how it can be act like a medium. See, now auditor going to be express his opinion on the basis of the financial activities and in the business. For based on the business only, auditor going to be prepare the particular financial report, that is called audit report. Let us see the next one, appointment of auditor. The provision relating to the appointment of auditor are as follows. The first one, board of directors. As we know, the first auditor of a newly floated company, newly started company, is appointed by the board of directors within 1 month of resignation of the company. See, if any newly floated company or else newly established company should appoint the one auditor by the board of director within the 1 month of registration of the company. Such an auditor or auditor should hold office till the conclusion of the first annual general meeting. It clearly says up to the completion of the 1 year, the auditor going to be work as per the report of the firm. See, now if the director are also empowered to fill a casual vacancy of an auditor if it is not caused by resignation. See, if it is not given the resignation by the auditor in the company, the board of director cannot be appoint another auditor in the company. But in the case of auditor as appointed should hold the office till the conclusion of the next annual general meeting. In the case of if the vacancy is caused by the resignation of an auditor, it should only be filled by the company in its annual general meeting. See, auditor only give the resignation to the any particular financial year. The board of directors can they have the right to appoint the auditor in the annual general meeting. Second one, annual general meeting. See, the auditor or auditors are appointed in the annual general meeting on the following circumstances, like if the board of directors fail to appoint an auditor the shareholder shall make the appointment in the annual general meeting. See, as we told in the above statement, if the board of directors are failed to appoint the auditors in the company within the 1 month of registration or else resignation given by the auditor, the shareholder have the rights to appoint the auditor in the annual general meeting itself. See, every company shall at each annual general meeting appoint an auditor to hold office to the one completion of the particular financial year. See, if any auditor appointed by the shareholders in the company up to the completion of the one annual general meeting. I mean, one financial year, the auditor going to be have the rights to control the all the report in the particular financial year. The next one, see, and you hold it till next annual general meeting. I mean, it clearly says auditor going to be hold all the company report till the next completion of the next annual general meeting. In every annual general meeting, the appointment of the company auditor is made by the simple majority of votes by the present members. See how auditor going to be elected in the annual general meeting based on the present members having the rights to vote on their voting rights, and those people having the rights to elect the one auditor in the company based on the votes given by the members. See, next one, central government. See, according to the section 224 of 3, if the auditor has not been appointed in the annual general meeting, the company has to inform within 7 days to the regional director. See, if in case board of director fails to appoint appoint an auditor, the next to completion appoint to the auditor rights having the rights to the annual general meeting. If in case there also fail to appoint auditor in the company, the if not any annual general meeting should not be appoint any auditor in the company. The company has to inform within 7 days to the regional director. See, regional director, and that regional director having the central government's power to appoint an auditor in such an event has been delegated under section 637. See, then regional director having the rights to appoint an auditor as per the power given by the central government. I mean, disclosed in sufficient detail of the reason why the company could not appoint an auditor in annual general meeting. In case of any default in the annual general meeting, the company have to write the appoint the auditor as per the central government rules. Along with that, having the fine, who is default shall be punishable with a fine which may extend rupees 500 as per the section 224 of 4. See, in case in special resolution, how it can be appointed. See, in 1974, the Companies Amendment Act 1974 by section 224 of A requires passing a special resolution for the appointment or reappointment of auditor at the each annual general meeting. See, every year if the auditor going to be changed, the special resolution should be passed. Like a public institution or government company or central government or any state government, see, should be passed the special resolution when the every year going to be change the auditor or reappointing an auditor must be passed the resolution. See, and compulsory reappointment. See, section 619 of the Companies Act says like the appointment or reappointment of an auditor by the central government can be made only on the advice of the controller or auditor of General India. See, he is not qualified for reappointment. In other case, is giving a notice in writing to the company of his unwillingness to be reappointed because he is not ready to prepare a report promptly. On that time, he is not eligible to appoint an auditor in the particular financial year in the next one. See, like this auditor going to be appointed. We'll see the another qualification and disqualification of a auditor in the next class.